Reworking an Old AMT Drill Press, William Hovey Smith, 2016. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China, where we're taking designs of ancient Chinese knives and making modern cooking utensils from them that are as good or better than any in use today.
This is Hovey Smith with Hovey's Outdoor Adventures. With jet fighters overhead, it would appear that me and Drill Press here are in dead trouble. And indeed we are. We have it as completely disassembled as one would reasonably take a drill press apart. Because the control cable, which runs through this arm and down into the drill press mechanism, which is elsewhere at the moment, and you will soon see, was badly frayed and off track. Well, we have repaired that, or are attempting to. In the meantime, we need to melt a little metal and affix a cable. And I'll show you that right now, and then we'll get around to putting the thing back together. And here be the offending pieces, nearly ready for the application of fire and flame. What is happening is this. This is, of course, the head of the drill press. This is a control cable that one uses to draw the bit up and down in the work. Well, we need to affix a stop here. Now, these stops are made out of malleable metal, some sort of very soft melting alloy, probably aluminum and other stuff, which we are going to melt in the stainless steel spoon and cast in this charcoal block. This will give us some smaller pieces that we can drill, put around this cable, clamp, and it will hold it. Or at least ways, that is the theory. We now have flame. So we're going to start playing some flame on the bowl here.
The old clamps had strands of steel wire in them, and here I am picking out the strands so that I can actually get down to refined metal. I am picking up this spoon with an asbestos glove because I guarantee you that spoon is too hot to handle.
Now we've got liquid. We now have a charcoal fire going on the workbench, so we need to do something a little bit about that. We'll dump our support blocks here in the water bucket. And the spoon here, it's done its work. I have our mold here chilling. Go ahead and finish it off. That material, once it started going, was pretty viscous stuff. So it's going to be dicey to see if we can get a hole drilled through here. As in trying to make a bead for a necklace. We're back to the workbench now. We'll see if we can hand drill it. A hole through here.
This particular metal was so sticky that I had to force it into the mold with the spoon. Now, the casting of a one-time shape in charcoal, however, worked.
Well, that piece slipped off the vise and went scooting around the floor somewhere. So I've cut off a square piece here. And I think I'm going to be able to drill this one successfully.
The drilling of that piece of aluminum alloy was much harder than I expected.
Now that we have a pure blob of metal there, what I'm going to do is to liquefy that and then actually dip the cable end down in it. And that will secure it.
This approach failed when I put it back on the drill and tried it.
We're now ready to try again with a slightly different method. These are CB caps, which are shorter than the 22 short and basically contain just a priming compound and a short bullet. But the cases are brass. And as you see here in our spoon, we have put a case and we have also put some of our refined metal in it. The idea is we're going to melt the metal actually in this brass case and then take the tip of our cable, plunge it in it, and then allow the whole assembly to cool. And in that way, have it permanently affixed in both brass and metal itself. So the brass case and the end of it will be able to crimp. This is not working as elegantly as I had hoped. There we go. My, that is some viscous metal. I'm trying to get it to make a glob of its own weight around that, around the shaft, but it's not going to do it, I don't think. What we wound up doing is just crimping the cartridge case on the end of the cable, and that was a stronger bond than anything we were able to do with this metal. This metal is just so viscous, we just couldn't handle it very well. Lead would have done better, wheel weight metal would have done better. Yeah, just couldn't get it to flow well enough. We now have our drill press more nearly looking like a drill press. And as you can see, I have the front end on now, and also the motor somewhat attached. And the function that we wanted to make sure we had was this. So now that has been restored. We are going to try and see what we have wrought here. Now we just solved this problem, so that works just fine. I have a bread knife here I'm making. I need to put another hole in it right there. You want it right There. See what happens? Runs. That's a good sign. So now, there we have it. A new hole in our new bread knife. So our drill rebuild is a success. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
Besides backyard deer hunting, I'm the author of other outdoor books, including Extreme Muzzleloading, Crossbow Hunting, Practical Bow Fishing, an 8-book series on muzzleloading guns, and a new business book, Ideas for New Businesses, on how to found your own million or billion-dollar business. And here's a little blurb about me and what I do. The methods of refining the metal and actually casting in charcoal worked. Now, we did learn some things here just as much about philosophy as we did metallurgy, and a few of these thoughts are listed below. If you'd like to hear more about Hovey's Knives of China, you can go to the website below. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 525 videos, you can go to www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.